Hello! Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cute Zany Zebra happy birthday card. The supplies you're going to need are one piece of Whisper White 8.5 by 11 cardstock, one piece of 8.5 by 11 Magenta Madness cardstock, the Zany Zebra cling stamp set. You are going to be needing the Magenta Madness stamp pad, Misty Moonlight stamp pad, Just Jade stamp pad, and the Bumblebee stamp pad. We are also going to be using the Subtle 3D embossing folder, as well as block D, A, and G, with basic rhinestones, the Stampin' cut and emboss machine, the Stampin' Up! Chamois, the paper trimmer, a bone folder, and an adhesive of your choice. So I'm going to start by doing the base. We're going to use the Whisper White as our base cardstock. We're going to cut it 5.5 by 8.5. And then you are going to score this piece at 4.25. Once that's scored, I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and crease the base. Then you're going to cut your Magenta Madness cardstock into 5.5 by 3.25. This is going to be your first layer background piece. And then you're going to come back in with that Whisper White, and this is going to be your second layer on top of it, which is going to measure at 5.5 by 2.75. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and run my Magenta Madness cardstock through the 3D embossing folder using my Stampin' cut and emboss machine. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. This is what it's going to look like once it comes out of this embossing folder. Just a nice subtle look. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp the happy birthday onto this card. The reason I'm doing this is because in the past I've glued this down and then stamped it, and then I've had it not go on evenly. So we're going to use the happy birthday sentiment out of the Zany Zebra card, and we're going to stamp that in Bumblebee right at the bottom. That way, if you mess it up, you don't have to scrap the whole card, you just have to scrap the base. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! Chamois to clean this off. The next step that we're gonna do is go ahead and stamp our little zebras. It's a personal preference on how you want to stamp them, but I'm gonna go ahead and stamp my middle one first, just so I can get them on there evenly. Then I'm gonna stamp the Just Jade one. I always hold it for a few seconds just to double check the ink is transferred onto the cardstock, and it looks very clear. And the last one we're gonna do is our little Misty Moonlight guy. Once you have your zebra stamped, we're gonna go in with those little double stars that are also in the Zany zebra with our bumblebee. Once you give that a couple seconds to dry, go ahead with your adhesive of choice. And then we're gonna lay down the layers. I'm using the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue multi-broad tip. And we're gonna lay down our layers. I like using the glue because then it gives you an extra little wiggle room if you don't lay it on good or you just want to adjust the way that it looks. Then once you've laid down your layers, go ahead and add your rhinestones. And then there you have it. Thank you for watching.